What is going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video out here in beautiful Jakarta, Indonesia. And I so happen to catch something that I do every Sunday in the morning. I think from 6 to 10, 6 to 11, I could be wrong. But they do something that's called Car-Free Day in Jakarta. And what they do is they turn, there goes a motorbike breaking the rules. What they do is they turn this massive street, Sudirman, into car-free during these hours. And then you see a lot of people running, bringing their bikes. They can bring their bikes and everything. And it's a good way for the environment, you know, the people and everything. A good way for people to socialize, good for the health. And I think that also another reason they do it is to help out with the pollution or the smog in Jakarta. So I think it gives out like good benefits. So it happens, like I said, throughout this stretch and around the fountain. So you can see the difference. I think the only thing that's working is the bus around here, but I'm gonna walk around and check this out. You know, I'm a huge fan of when the cities are for the when the cities are for the streets. Or they even got like a market here, so I'm getting distracted. So before I hit the streets, I think I'm gonna go hit the market and check it out now. And then you can see the streets. I think it's gonna get more busy when I make it towards the fountain area, but all anything, they go in the same direction as the cars. This way, then on the other side they go this way. But I want to check out this little market that they got going on over here. So it's not only like this event happening, they set up like outdoor markets and community for the people, food and everything. So let me see. And here you see they got food out here. Look at everything and the people socializing. This is beautiful. And of course the massive skyscrapers of Jakarta. So like they got street food and pretty nice what they do, like a market setup. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of little markets over here. I think it's better on the other side, so I'm trying to make it to the other side of the street. I noticed that, and then I'm just gonna keep hitting out the mayor Sudirman to show you, you know, what's happening out here. Now I noticed a street over here, they have something going on. Not sure if it's like a market too, so I'm just gonna stroll and show you, and then I'll keep hitting on the mayor avenue right here. See how nice the street is, and the only thing working is the bus. So that's a good thing. Well, I like that bike. But over here, I noticed there's something happening. Let me do a detour here in this market. This is an outdoor market. What do they sell here? Clothes, street food. Oh, this is very cool. So they do all this in the weekend and doing the car-free day in the morning. So you can see the locals hanging out. Oh, what is he making here? Like roti? Oh, nice. This is like what, banana? Not sure, not familiar with some of the food, but very good to look at it, the street food, and see the culture here, Indonesian culture. Oh, look at those food. Oh, nice. Pretty busy out here. They got more here. Yeah, that's dope. So I was getting distracted with the little market, but now let me just continue with the main reason I came out here to explore this. Wow, this is beautiful. People hanging out, taking pictures, even the guards or police, they're hanging out here, you know. You see? Group here taking picture. So this is very nice what they do. They used to do this in the summer in New York too, and I never had the opportunity to capture it, you know. But at least that so happens to catch this right here in Jakarta, where it's literally down the block from the hotel that I'm staying. So I think it's gonna get much busier once we make it near the fountain area. This also benefits my fiance because she's a runner. She has a competition coming up next month, and this is good for her to practice and run, you know. It's pretty spacious, plenty of space out here, but yeah. I see everybody going the other way. So I don't know, hopefully they don't finish. Yeah, I just wanna make it at least to the fountain and capture some action out here. See, there goes a bike. So you can bike this, walk, run, do whatever you want, recreate, you know, so yeah, pretty interesting vibes. And at the same time, you get to explore Jakarta. And that's a city over there, and I see, I don't know, it looks like it's raining a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't pour us out here. Oh, there's two foreigner guys running, but they're running the opposite way. So yeah, pretty nice out here, you know. So this is, you know, free of charge for everybody. Anybody who want to do this, they can participate in this and run, walk, whatever you want to do. So this is the beauty about traveling around here all sorts of types of activities that they offer for the people. So it's funny, over here it's okay, but ahead of me, I think that's the Astra business district. It's raining. Hopefully it doesn't come over this way because I left the umbrella in the hotel. But let's see if it gets more interesting over here ahead of me. But yeah, look at this. I'm just shocked, you know, all this space, but people choose to walk like in this side. Maybe if you come a little bit earlier, it's busier, I'm not sure. Or maybe the weather, the rain, it's making people not come out here. I ate here the other nights and have like a market right here, so. Yeah, very beautiful. What's going on over here? And then I gotta find where my fiance is. I told her to meet me by that green building because we don't have like a data roaming, so it's gonna be hard to find her. But meanwhile, I'm doing my thing out here vlogging. There goes the Trans Jakarta. The rain is coming out heavy over that way. And over here's Plaza Indonesia, Grand Hyatt, and a couple of hotels. These were some of the first impressions that I saw when I was taking the Grab car from the airport towards my accommodation. So it's a different vibe to see it, you know, without the crowds. And then I could be wrong, but I think those two buildings that literally looks like Twin Towers are some of the tallest buildings in Indonesia. And they keep on building more and more skyscrapers. Yeah, like the main attraction is literally where the fountain is. I'm not sure it takes the entire Sudirman Avenue, you know, to run, walk, or do whatever you want. But I'm just gonna focus like in this area over here. But yeah, this is pretty cool to see how it looks like Jakarta over there, and you can see how empty the streets are. So it keeps going. And as you know, the fountain area is always busy, so a good chance for me to get close to it and get a picture is during this time, during the car-free zone, during these hours. Not gonna lie, I like how the bus station play traditional Indonesian songs. There's something about Indonesian music, like the way how they play the beats and everything combined together. I think it's actually awesome. But yeah, I'm loving this so far. So it's just drizzling a little bit, not raining hard. I don't think this camera is really resistant with rain. But hey, here I'm approaching the circle where they got the mayor fountain, so I'm gonna check it out. Over here's where I can get a close-up towards the fountain. Let me see. Surprised I don't see really much people, but I see some holy, there goes the thunder. I see some police walking towards the other way. So they're coming towards me, but I want to check out like the fountain. So yeah, I don't think it's allowed to be near there because there's some people over there and they're trying to remove them to get out of there. So I'm just gonna walk around the other side and hopefully I can meet over with my fiance over there, but yeah. At least you get a view of what this area intersection looks like. And of course, the beauty that Jakarta has to offer you. A little bit of a 360 view out here. And now with this rain, I hope I don't get sick or stuff. A good thing I took some vitamins. But hey, that's part of the experience. At least I get to experience this once in a lifetime. Good time to catch this, you know, the Jakarta car-free day. So I came a little bit late now because they literally just opened it. So I guess today they close at 10. I guess it depends the amount of crowds or anything. Maybe they extend it to 11 o'clock. But yeah, but at least I managed to capture a little bit of the idea of what they do out here, you know, the car-free day. So it's a good way to sightsee, see the locals and everything. So, you know, it's a pretty good concept that they got going on right here in Jakarta. Then look at the skyscrapers and the huge malls that Jakarta has to offer. Nice scenery. I like that bike. These little bikes are pretty common in Southeast Asia. There goes another one. 3. Like more people use those folding bikes over this area than back in New York. I have one of those folding bikes too, because it's pretty convenient for me. You know, it's easy to use, only like 20 pounds, and then I can just carry it anywhere. So that's why they were not allowing people to be near the fountain and the monument, because they were literally opening up the roads out here. So, hey, but at least, you know, I got a little peek of what happens out here. Next time, you know, I had to take my glasses off because rain was bothering my eyes and stuff. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna walk back to the hotel because party is over out here. Over here they got like street food, I guess, some markets going on. Also, good idea for them to do the car free on a Sunday because, you know, If they would do it on a weekday, the traffic would be horrendous in other parts of Jakarta. So good idea, but back to business. The road is open. I'll show you in front of me. See all the cars passing again. So thank God it's raining, but not like heavy, just a little drizzle. So, you know, not like the first day that I arrived. It was pouring and I had to shelter by my accommodation. But yeah, just giving you like a different type of vibe. So now the rain is coming down, but I already saw what I needed to see. You know, I got more areas to cover. Just wanted to show you what it looks like in Jakarta 3 days. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.